What's going on, everybody? James here, redoptionagency.com, and coming at you with the first week of sales from the Gulf Shores Thrift trip. If you remember, we spent $5,100 total on the whole trip. About $600 of it was product to resell. As of week one, I've got 129 items in my store, and I've still got plenty to list. I've been slacking in that area, so I'm going to have to work on some of that this week. Some of the items still listed. We got some hats, some clothes, Power Rangers pillowcase, CDs, one cassette, more CDs, clothes, shoes, big gulp. I think there's some of this that did not make it to like a finds video. So a bunch of different clothes that I wore on the trip. Part of the plan on the trip, this cool Mako Shark Corvette die-cast production, not production, but all right, I'm forgetting my words today. Concept vehicle. Alright, so the premise of the trip, clothes-wise, was for me not to pack any clothes and buy clothes at thrift stores along the way. It's like this pair of shorts I wore on the beach in Gulf Shores, sorry. This cool Champion shirt, I like that, all over print. This pair I wore on the trip. These I bought for me on the trip but did not wear. So we got some more shoes. Here's those vintage Nikes I showed in the video. New old stock. Love that stuff. Another cassette, some foam posits, some KDs, some Air Max, more media, of course. This cassette, I don't think this made it to a video. $50 I put it up for, but I had about an hour and a half left to pick up my wife before we actually left. We were in Carbondale when she was getting off work. And I was sitting in the parking lot. I'm like, you know what? I haven't visited any local, I haven't hit any small music stores in a long time. CD stores, cassette stores, record stores, if you will. So I put in and saw there was one like 0.2 miles away. So I went in there and I only bought this one item. I saw this cassette on the wall. I'm like, oh, this looks interesting. I think it was a record store day release. He had it for $6. I looked it up, and there was none online for sale, but one had sold for I want to say 20 or 25, and none was available online. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to grab this and put it for 50. Hasn't sold yet, of course, but we take offers. I take offers, of course. Found some good shoes on the trip. LeBron, some pennies, more LeBrons. More media, of course. A horse is a horse is a horse, of course. I think the rest of this is going to be media because that was the first stuff I started putting up. Redoptionagency.com if you see anything of interest or want to look through this in more detail. So now what has sold? One item was canceled here, as you can see right here. So this number is not correct. So we sold 9 items at a total of $314.16. Divide that by 9. That's $34.90 average per item. Pretty good. When you take a trip, you want to keep that average up. If you're doing it at home, and you're do like I do with the bins, it doesn't matter if your average is that high, but where I'm going in the future, I want my averages to be high like that. So it's good to know I still got it a little bit. We'll see if those drop over time, but we'll see. So let's go through what sold, and then I'll show you my little Excel spreadsheet that we're keeping track on. So this Rusty Weir CD, I've said it plenty of times when you see these 2-on-1 albums. This one says 2 in 1, but normally it says 2 on 1. Look them up. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be something collectible because they did not mass produce those albums. So there's a good chance it could be collectible. So as you see, you got $100 out of this one. This Polk. There was a thrift store in Gulf Springs. This one was called Bluefish or Big Fish, I believe. Big Fish, I want to say. And there was a talkative, friendly guy there from Iowa. And he started goofing off at first and goes, I found your tie. And it was a little small clip-on tie. I'm like, yeah, no, I don't wear ties. But, he was just joking around. But he was very talkative, and he's like talking about Gulf shores and where we came from, etc. He's like, I think he's Iowa boy, he said. Because he's like, I know I liked you. You're Midwest. And so he's like, yeah, I came down here because if you're going to go to rehab, you might as well do it on a beach. I'm like, might as well. So I guess he had a lot of substance issues maybe. But he was definitely an outgoing. He had that personality that seems like they could be easily addicted to things. I don't know if that makes sense to you. I'm a people person watcher. I love watching people and dissecting the human and why they do and the way they act and different things. And they always say you can't judge a book by its cover. That is correct. But if you stand there and watch them enough, you can dictate on how they will do things or how they'll react to things just by learning their traits, their movements, their personality, their character, if you will. And I love that whole aspect of the human anatomy, the brain, the body, the human person as a whole. And I just get a real kick out of that. And so he was definitely one of those that had that personality that you could tell could get real addicted to something. But anyway, he was pushing out a cart and had these two pieces. And they're like, you like music? I'm like, yeah, I like music. He goes, I got this for you. He pulled this out and it had $19.50 stickers on it. He goes, I'll sell it to you for $19.50. I'm like, I'll take it for $19.50. So that I don't think it's the right price. That one sold for $80. I took an offer on that one for $80. So I paid $19.50 for it and sold it for $80. That's my story on that one. Meltillis doesn't really have a story. But I did find on the trip, if you see this 3 CDs country collection set, I did find another CD in another thrift store by this same makeup but different artist. Oh, where are we at? Whoops, not there. Lost my spot. See if I can see it real quick. What are you doing, girl? I don't remember who the artist was. You probably saw it. I don't remember it offhand. This page. Anyway, I don't know why I am even bringing that up right now. It really doesn't matter. Maybe I haven't listed it yet. Next up, we got a sealed Taylor Swift CD-DVD combo. Courtney. That sold for $12.59 on sale. Next up, these Nike Challengers. If you saw these in the video where I was recognized at the Goodwill in Mississippi. I had described them as the waffle print soles, which is kind of popular right now. So I had a feeling those would move pretty quick. And those sold for my asking price of $30. Bad Religion Suffer CD sold for the $12.59 sale price. SOS Band, this is one of those imports that I talked about in one of my videos. So one has sold thus far. I thought more would sell by now, but with eBay issues that are happening on their site, sales are sluggish right now. And somebody had stated on my last video that there are issues with eBay telling potential buyers that sellers do not ship to their area, which has happened on and off probably for about a year now. But apparently that issue is going on again, and it's causing more havoc, I guess, than last time it happened. So hopefully they'll get that fixed, so sales will jump back up. So SOS Band was the first one of those import CDs to sell. Also from the Goodwill in Mississippi, that I was recognized in by Keith, right? I believe. And Keith and Sam, I believe. And that was that plush Wild Republic pepper horse for $1.99. Sold it for $19. And we move on to the only Blu-ray I found on the trip, and bought anyway, worth buying, Doc Savage sealed for $19.99. Did I get that out of it? Stop clicking the wrong button. $16.99 is what I got out of that. So, pretty good. No complaints there. Let's pull up the golf trip. So we started with $5,100. I take out everything that is sold. We are down to $47.85.84 to make up. So was it 314 or 316? I had stated dollars made in week one. So good to go. Happy with that. I'd be more happy if I would have got the stuff listed, all the stuff listed, because I probably could have turned around and made a little bit more money quicker. But I didn't, and that's on me. So that's week one, Gulf Shore Thrift Trip, and this is going to be enjoyable. All right, I love doing videos like I need to get back to doing videos like this and do the whole visiting thrift stores and doing this again. So I will start that up soon. So thanks everybody for watching, and please like, subscribe, and all that jive, and I will see you in the next video.